September 17, 1787, Founding Document. The Pennsylvania State House in Philadelphia became the setting for a defining moment in American history. After 4 months of debate, argument, and compromise, 39 delegates put their signatures to a document that would shape a nation. The United States Constitution emerged from that room as the supreme law, establishing a framework that continues to guide the Republic more than 2 centuries later. The convention had opened on May 25 with delegates from 12 states, Rhode Island being the only holdout. George Washington presided over the gathering, lending his authority and respect to the proceedings. The delegates entered the hall with different visions, some seeking to strengthen the existing Articles of Confederation, others determined to create an entirely new system. The debates grew intense, often stretching into heated arguments about representation, the powers of government, and the rights of states. The Great Compromise between large and small states resolved a key conflict. In the House of Representatives, seats would be apportioned by population. In the Senate, each state would hold equal representation. This balance satisfied both sides and allowed the convention to move forward. Another contentious issue involved the institution of slavery. The 3/5 Compromise counted enslaved people as 3/5 of a person for representation and taxation, a decision that reflected the deep divisions of the period and left a legacy of conflict that would later culminate in the Civil War. The Constitution created 3 branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial. Each branch was given distinct powers, and a system of checks and balances was built to prevent any single branch from dominating. The framers knew from experience that concentrated power could lead to tyranny. By distributing authority, they sought to build a government strong enough to govern, yet restricted enough to protect liberty. On that September day, not every delegate was ready to celebrate. Several refused to sign, believing the document granted too much power to the federal government. George Mason, Edmund Randolph, and Elbridge Gerry withheld their names in protest. Yet the majority felt the compromises struck a necessary balance. Benjamin Franklin, at 81 years old, offered a speech acknowledging his own doubts while urging unity. He stated that although he did not fully approve of every detail, he believed it was the best that could be achieved, and that posterity would judge the delegates by their ability to agree. The signing marked the beginning of another battle: ratification. The Constitution required approval by 9 of the 13 states to take effect. Intense public debate followed, with supporters known as Federalists and opponents called Anti-Federalists. Federalists argued that a stronger central government was essential for stability and growth. Anti-Federalists warned that the new system could threaten individual freedoms and the rights of states. Their opposition eventually secured the addition of the Bill of Rights, ratified in 1791, which guaranteed fundamental liberties such as freedom of speech, religion, and press. The historical significance of September 17, 1787, extends beyond the creation of a governing document. The signing demonstrated that diverse states and leaders could set aside their differences to form a common union. It reflected a willingness to compromise in order to secure a future together. The Constitution provided stability after years of weakness under the Articles of Confederation, which had left the nation vulnerable to economic turmoil and internal discord. Today, the Constitution stands as the oldest written national constitution still in use. It has been amended 27 times to address issues the framers could not anticipate. Yet its core principles of separation of powers, checks and balances, and representation continue to define American democracy. The act of signing on that autumn day in Philadelphia was not the end of a struggle, but the beginning of a process that continues with each generation. The delegates who signed the Constitution could not foresee every challenge ahead, but their work created a foundation durable enough to withstand civil war, expansion, economic transformation, and social change. The importance of September 17th lies in the commitment those men made to a shared vision of government by the people. Their decision to place pen to parchment bound the states into a stronger union and set the United States on a path toward becoming a global example of constitutional democracy. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.